Coach Ellerson, talk about your history and relationship and any influences that June might have had on you over the years.
Well, it's interesting. I remember there are a couple of things. June, one time we were coaching together with Coach Tomey. We were getting ready to play Air Force, and I remember walking by, and I'm on the defensive side of the ball, and he said something. Man, I hate that offense. And I'm going, man, I love the offense. I just hate having to defend it. So it's interesting.
Well, that was my point. I hated to defend it. I hated to practice against it.
Well, yeah, it's so good. But it's interesting. The guy that's really the guru of triple option football known as Paul Johnson. All of us that are doing this right now, with the exception of the Air Force guys, I guess, with myself and Kenny DiMantelolo, obviously we have the Hawaii tie, and the constant there is Paul Johnson. And Paul Johnson used to talk about June is obviously it's a very contrasting style, but the thought that goes into it, and the fact that there's a manageable number of things the guys do to solve problems are very much the same. He would always comment on that. He felt like if he was going to throw the ball, he wanted to be June Jones. And I'm suspecting that if June was going to have to run it, he'd be Paul Johnson. Because they come from in that respect, their minds work the same way. They attack the game the same way. And that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Well, it's kind of interesting when when I left Hawaii, Paul replaced me. I believe, was it not in '84? I think when I left.
No, Paul didn't get there until '90. No, you're right. It was '87.
Yeah, it was right in there.
Yeah.
And he had been at Valdosta. You're right. It was '86 or '7. He had been at Valdosta and come down and put in some of our past stuff. And so when he first went back to Hawaii, he had a quarterback. I think it was Michael Carter.
Garrett Gabriel was
Garrett Gabriel and Michael Carter. And they put in a couple of our past stuff with the option. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think he ever got stopped. He had an undefeated year in '91. I remember close to it. Beat Oregon at Oregon. And I mean, they had a run. And they're still. I watch Paul at Georgia Tech, and I watch some of the routes that they're running. He's taking for Paul, and it's tough. It's tough to defend the alleys and do what they do.
Coach Ellerson, do you dislike defending the run and shoot as much as he may dislike defending your offense?
Well, you hate people that are really good at it. It's really. I mean, we used to talk about this, and this is where I talk about June and stuff. Is we felt like at times when I was coaching on the other side of the ball behind this stuff, we felt like if we can get these guys off the field a few times, they won't be able to score fast enough because they won't stop us. We felt like once we had them in our sights, system-wise, we got you. We had that kind of confidence in the systems, and the guys had that kind of expertise. So from that standpoint, it's a challenge because they know that you know that they know that you know. And so you really can screw yourself in the ground as you get ready for these things.
I will say that I did receive feedback from the West Point channels, unofficial, of course, that this was not exactly the matchup that Coach Ellerson was looking forward to.
Yeah. I was at West Point for maybe 4 or 5, 6 months. Somebody says, "Hey, we got a chance to do a home and home with SMU," and I said, "Not no, but hell no."
I was trying to set that up.
Thanks, buddy.
He was hoping to be on the New York Times. I heard SMU on the front of the New York newspapers. That's what I was thinking.
Any other questions from the floor?
Coach Jones, how do you make this game feel special with it being at your home stadium, but yet you still want your guys to have that bowl experience?
Well, it will be because of who we're representing and playing in the armed forces. And whenever, it's just like Rich right now, he's coming off a loss. We came off a loss. And it's not hard to get up and get excited about where we're headed. The kids were treated just like we did when we went to Hawaii. We're going to stay in a nice hotel, and all the things that are happening on the itinerary for the bowl week. I kind of think it's going to be just looking at it, it's going to be better than even Hawaii as far as the things that the kids are going to be involved in, the places they're going, the things they're doing. I mean, it's a step up, and it's first class, and the kids are looking forward to that. And the best thing about it. And this is what happened to me, and I'm sure Rich will echo this as he gets through his first one in Army, is the young guys, you get an extra spring practice almost, you know, and you get a chance for them to leave in January through the offseason with a good feeling and saying, hey, we got to get back to that bowl situation next year. And it breeds more of that. And it won't be hard. Our kids are excited. We got a good group of kids, just like Rich does, and it'll be a fun week.